So Grace, there's been a discussion that hasn't gotten a solution yet, so we want you to settle it today about the structures. Somebody's wondering, should I go with the raised structure? Should I go with the ground structure? Can you settle this discussion for us?
The difference between a raised and a ground structure, it's all about cost.
Okay.
Yeah, a ground structure costs less and does not require a lot of much expertise to construct it. Even me, as a lay farmer, I can put the nail and wood together and I have a raised structure. And I have a ground structure. With the raised structure, the cost implications are really high because you're using a lot of wood, which costs high. And also the number of the nails, you're going to use a lot of nails. And also it requires expertise to construct it. But the difference between a raised and a ground structure is that the ground structure, like where we are stood here now, I put it on a nut hill, it is good for the local goats. The local goats really love it on the ground. There is a way you feel that a goat is enjoying the soil because it's on the what? On the ground. Okay. And then with the raised structure, I strictly use it for the hybrids. I want to keep them looking nice, looking clean. But with the ground pen, you may not be able to afford that cleanliness. Two, the number of infections that come from a ground pen as compared to the number of infections that come from a raised pen, from the ground pen, the infections are higher. But also in a ground and a raised pen, the infections may be higher, especially if you don't raise your house from the ground. If you make it too low, make sure that every goat house, if you had raised it, should be 4 feet from the ground, 4 feet from the ground up to the floor. So that somebody who is there, who is going to take care of your goats, can be able to bend down with ease and sweep under. But if that person cannot do that, it means you're also you're like somebody who is having a ground pen.
Why is no
exactly, that is how it is. And also, what else apart from the cost? And also, yeah, the infections, both have infections, but the ground pen has more infections because it's directly with the soil. Then also, in areas where they experience a lot of rains
and flooding.
Like
where we are.
Exactly. A ground pen should not be good for you. A raised pen should be good. And also it is more secure for one to have a raised pen than a ground pen.
Secure in the sense?
Security. Somebody like here, you have seen mine is even open. Somebody who comes to steal goats goats can be accessed very easily. Unlike with a raised pen. Okay. It's not so easy. Okay.
We understand you do importation of animals. What does it cost one to import an animal?
Okay. It is a costly venture, and I would not lie that I'm doing it single-handedly. What I usually do, I mobilize other farmers all over Uganda, actually all over East Africa, because I've brought goats for Tanzanians. I mobilize them, and we usually take 3 months to mobilize ourselves. And a consignment of 40 animals, it costs between 70 to 75 million to bring them here. So roughly one goat costs between 5.5 to 6 million. So somebody out there watching me say, this woman is crazy. How can a goat cost 5 million? And how would I get my money out of that? Usually, for a person with a smaller number of goats, I wouldn't advise you to go for a goat of 5 million. Does not make economic sense. But a person like me who has a number of goats, what I usually do, like for my first consignment, I brought in pure females, boer females, and also pure boer males. So what I did, I brought them here at the farm and I crossed them. We are going to see the results of that crossing. So I crossed them. So the offsprings from that reunion of crossing the hybrids and the indigenous are the ones we sell out to the communities who cannot afford the 5 million. Are we together? You get it? So a person who is like me, who is like Woji, how do I get back my 5 million? I invested in one male goat. The offsprings, make sure the offsprings born, make sure you reduce on the mortality at the farm. You can be baby. One male can even give you 20 kids, and you sell them after 6 to 8 months. Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about the market. I know you've said the demand for goats and goat meat, well, goat products is there. I don't see it.
You
Where
don't
is
see the
it?
market.
I don't see the market. Where is it?
Okay, the market is there,
Okay.
but most farmers, we take this relaxed mode when we are farming. I implore every farmer out there watching me, please be aggressive marketeers. You'll sell your products. Actually, what I tell most farmers, in Uganda, there is no agriculture product that does not have market. We are only taking advantage of the brokers because they are more aggressive than us. You get the point?
And they even earn more.
Exactly. It feels bad for a broker to earn more than you, who is doing the donkey work. You get the point? So a person out there watching me, goat farming, how would I get money out of it? I've already told you, you start earning from the goat manure. Don't have goat manure out there and you can't sell it. If you can't use it at your farm, please sell it off. Inform others, inform your neighbors. You are driving to your farm, you never even say hello to your neighbors. Tell them about your goat manure. Are we together? That is number one. Two, at 6 to 10 months, you should have accumulated castrates, embuzi zebalaye. Sell them off. You walk into somebody's herd, somebody has around 20 females, and the rest of the herd are males. What are those males doing in your herd? Sell them off. You are holding your profit in the farm. Sell them off. Where are you going to sell them off? There are butchers in your communities. Ask them. For example, here in my village, the village you came across before you reach the farm, a kilo of goat's meat is 14,000. If you are to sell to them, you don't sell that kilo at 14,000 to them. You must leave them some little margin for them to earn a profit. So if you know the kilo is sold at 14,000, give it to them like maybe at 12,000. And make sure if you are to sell goats for slaughter, know the weight of your goats. Average them. Is weighing a maker. How many kilos per each goat? You get it? So that they are not taken advantage of by brokers. So we sell the slaughter goats in kilos. And those who are looking for, who want to sell goats for breeding to other farmers, have good quality goats. That even if you don't market yourself,
the breeds will market
the breeds will market yourself. Somebody will come looking for good breeds. Have good quality goats. And also have a plan when you are going to sell your own animals. Not every time that you should sell. A goat will earn your profit if you sell them in many numbers. Selling one goat, it will not earn you anything. Be able to say that after 6 months, I'm going to be selling 20 animals. You get the point? So sell in big numbers and have a plan. And also have a plan on how you market your products.
All right. Lastly, but not the least, definitely. Grace, how do we ensure that we add value to both the goat and their products? Value addition is what I'm meaning. Is there a way we can add value to our products?
Yes, there is a way we can add value to our products. But the challenge we are still facing right now, that few people have started adding value addition to the goats. Why? The goat population has failed to increase. The goat population, you cannot enter into a contract to say, I'm going to supply goat's meat to maybe a big supermarket on a weekly basis. Maybe I'm going to be supplying 100 kilos per week. You cannot supply because you don't have the meat. You get the point? Actually, you know why there is a high demand for sheep now among the brokers? We are eating sheep meat as goat's meat because the goat meat has failed to what?
Wait, so they are selling sheep meat as goat meat?
Exactly, they mix it in goat meat.
Wow.
You get it? Because we have failed to get the population for the goats. So value addition, people can add value in even the simplest of ways. Like I told you during the time of the other liquid which was being sprayed in butchers, I used to roast my meat, and I would pack it in a banana leaf, send it to Kampala, and I sell it very expensively. You get the point? Some I've seen one farmer who is starting up like an eatery where a piece of meat is going for 4,000 shillings. You get the point? Yeah. I've seen where I've not had, okay, maybe goat's milk. There are farmers who are into goat's milk. They are making cheese. I know of a Kenyan friend is making cheese. He's already packaging his milk. It's already in the supermarkets of capital shoppers. So we are going step by step. But at the moment, the goat population is still limiting us.
Okay.
You may find Boji has 500 goats. But when you want to buy from her goats,
yes,
she can only say, I'm only selling 50 goats.
Ah, because that's what is available.
Exactly. We hold goats as an asset. We are not looking them at income generating very fast. We hold them as assets.
Lastly, your final word to anybody out there who is watching us. Just in 1 minute, give them a message to inspire them, encourage them. Maybe they started, they're still feeling, oh, will it really make out? Will I really make it to grace? I mean, just give them, yes,
actually,
a word of encouragement.
Yeah, one thing I always tell farmers or people out there watching me, actually, I'm never contented with where I am. I always want to improve. So if the best thing I can advise somebody out there starting, start. Whether you're starting with 5 animals, please start. Don't wait for the good money or the good kickback to come in. Please start.
With whatever you have.
With whatever you have. Start slowly as you search for knowledge, as you search for other areas where you can improve on your project. But what matters is you have started.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. One thing I didn't get, how big is your land?
It is 200 acres.
Okay, 200 acres. My farm is seated on 2 acres. We still have a long way to go. But nonetheless, she said start. So I'm starting with my 2 acres, regardless of what comes my way, we are starting. Ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of this particular interview. I've been chatting with one enterprising farmer, Grace Woji. Her farm is located this side of Raka, near Tanzania. So please make it a point to come visit, learn a few things, learn about matoke growing, goat. Yes. So until then, it's a goodbye. See you soon.